It was one of those cold autumn evenings when the city felt both alive and empty at the same time. Ethan Cole sat in the backseat of his black Bentley, staring at his phone screen that glowed with numbers, charts, and unread messages. He was one of those men who had it all: money, power, the kind of success others only dreamed of. But behind the expensive suit and confident smile, there was an emptiness he couldn't name. He had built an empire, but lost touch with the world outside his office walls. His daughter, Lily, was only 7, and most of her drawings had his name crossed out, replaced with the word busy. That evening, as his car rolled through downtown, traffic came to a sudden stop. "What's the hold-up?" Ethan muttered. His driver pointed ahead. An ambulance, its lights flashing, blocked the intersection. A small crowd had gathered. "Probably another accident," the driver said. Ethan sighed, impatient. He had a meeting in 15 minutes. But then, through the glass, he caught a glimpse: a little girl, maybe 6 or 7, sitting on the curb, crying. Her face was pale, her hands trembling as a paramedic tried to comfort her. For a moment, Ethan's chest tightened. She looked just like Lily. Something inside him shifted. "Pull over," he said. The driver looked surprised. "Sir, we'll be late." "I said, pull over." Ethan stepped out, the cold wind brushing against his face. The girl's mother sat beside her, injured but conscious, a small cut bleeding across her forehead. Their car, an old blue sedan, was crumpled near a lamppost. The paramedic was checking the woman's pulse when the little girl whispered, "Mommy, it hurts," and started crying harder. Ethan froze. Those words hit him like a thunderbolt. "Daddy, it hurts," that's what Lily had said the last time she fell off her bike. He wasn't there. His assistant had sent flowers instead. Without thinking, he knelt beside the girl. Hey, it's okay," he said softly. "The doctors are here. You're safe now." The mother looked up, confused. Who are you?" Ethan hesitated. "Just someone who wants to help." He pulled out his phone, called his private hospital, and arranged for an emergency transfer. Within minutes, his driver and security team were helping the paramedics move the woman and her daughter into Ethan's car. At the hospital, Ethan waited in the hallway, a strange place for a man used to waiting for stock prices, not lives. Hours passed. The doctor finally came out and smiled. "They'll be fine. The little girl just had shock and minor bruises. Her mother's leg was fractured, but we've stabilized her." Ethan let out a breath he didn't know he was holding. When he entered the room, the little girl was awake, clutching a teddy bear the nurse had given her. She smiled weakly. "Are you the man who helped my mommy?" Ethan nodded. "Yeah. But you were very brave." She tilted her head. "You sound like my daddy used to. But he doesn't visit anymore." The words hit him again, clean, simple, but sharp as glass. He swallowed hard. "I'm sure your daddy loves you very much," he said, forcing a smile. The girl shrugged. "He says he's too busy." Ethan felt the weight of every missed bedtime, every ignored call from his own daughter. Suddenly, the wealth, the meetings, the empire, it all seemed meaningless. He excused himself, stepped out into the corridor, and for the first time in years, he cried. Not the quiet, polite tears of guilt, but deep, shaking sobs of a man realizing what he'd lost. His phone buzzed in his pocket. It was a video call from Lily. He almost didn't answer. Then, he did. "Daddy?" Her little face filled the screen. "It hurts." He panicked. "What? What happened, sweetheart?" She held up her hand. A small band-aid covered her finger. "Paper cut," she said. "But Mommy said it's okay. I just wanted you to kiss it better." Ethan's vision blurred. "Oh, Lily," his voice cracked. "I'm sorry I wasn't there." "It's okay, Daddy," she said, smiling. "Can you come home soon?" He didn't think. He didn't care about the board meeting, the deals, or the emails. He just said, "Yes. I'm coming home right now." That night, Ethan canceled his flights, postponed his meetings, and drove straight home. When he opened the door, Lily ran into his arms, her tiny arms around his neck, her hair smelling like strawberries. In that moment, he realized something money could never buy: the simple, raw warmth of love. A week later, he went back to the hospital. The woman and her daughter were ready to be discharged. He quietly paid all their bills and arranged for the mother to get a job at one of his companies, with full healthcare benefits. When she asked why, Ethan smiled. "Because someone reminded me what really matters." As he left the hospital, the little girl waved from the window. "Thank you, mister," she called out. He waved back, tears glistening in his eyes. Sometimes, it doesn't take a lifetime to change a man. Sometimes, it just takes a child's voice saying, "Daddy, it hurts." And from that day on, Ethan Cole, the man who once measured life in profits, learned to measure it in moments of kindness. Moral: no amount of success is worth more than the people who love you. Compassion doesn't cost a thing, but it can change everything.